So why are master data so critical in a GMP environment? In our case, in our industry, regulated environment, master data can affect product identification, analytics, manufacturing, packaging, market identification, process identification, many aspects of the quality management system, and so on. Let me give you some examples. A laboratory is working, for example, with devices. The devices might be connected with other software in a cloud. The cloud might be connected with other devices again that brings basically all the data together. To bring this data together, the software must be able to identify the devices. How is this done? Well, with most likely device numbers or ID numbers. What are these device and ID numbers? Master data. They basically are values that can be reselected or reused in other areas that will always identify this single device. Just as an example. Another example could be you have a laboratory software and you need to identify or select how you want to now perform a certain analytics for a tablet. For this case, for example, you need to select the analytical method. There might be an analytical method for Germany, and there might be another analytical method for the United States, or for India, or for China. Every analytical method has specific specification to meet the country requirement. If I now accidentally select the wrong master data, or if I have an error in the master data, I would literally perform a wrong analytics for an entire batch for a country that will sooner or later lead to an issue and come back to me as a company. Master data is just so essential, master data management in particular, overarching system managing all this data, that it can affect every aspect of our operations. It affects how we plan, how we operate, and how we maintain the life cycle of things. I can give you another example. You have a product on the market in different countries. Every country has a specific packaging with a different language on it. I have personally seen companies that do not maintain a global master data management. That means that there is no system telling you what is the real identifier for a certain product on the market. So there is even multi-billion companies right now out of the market that have no central list of product numbers for all the products in all the countries distributed on the globe. They simply don't know which product has which number in which country. They need to go and manually ask the country to hopefully get the right answer. If this country has, however, an unsuitable master data management, there might be a wrong number submitted, and the central headquarters in Europe might get the wrong product identification number from India. And you might think, well, this is very far-fetched off. I don't think that this is how it works. Exactly how it works. And companies until today had huge challenges to overcome these master data challenges. It's especially for older companies that have historically grown paper-based, isolated. Sites were very isolated. Spain company would do the Spain thing, the Brazilian company the Brazilian thing, the Americans would do their American US FDA thing. To bring this later, on a later stage, together in one harmonized system is a very challenging task. It's nearly impossible if there is not enough dedication from the corporate, let's say, higher management. So in our case, in the GMP regulated environment, master data management is crucial for product quality and patience. And there are many levels and aspects and facets for a good master data management. Let me give you another example for manufacturing. You are working in manufacturing, you might have a so-called recipe for the batch. Like, what do I need to mix together? Let's take a simple example for tableting. Which powders and which ingredients do my devices require in which quantity to basically mix the powders, press the tablets, and do the packaging. It's a very common thing that sometimes data gets mixed up. The wrong recipe has been used. The wrong raw material has been used. something wrong has been used, because at the end you check the data and you see, well, there is a wrong reference in this recipe, or the software showed me a wrong entry. Why? Because the master data management was not in place. Nobody checked that this selection value, I want to produce this, please make sure that XYZ is correct, has been established correctly. Nobody did the required background checks. Perhaps somebody changed a master data later and had no proper change control. And this is also very important, a very important aspect in the change control aspect of master data management. It's a topic later in the course we will discuss. There are companies that change master data without any change control. Just update the value. It's now not ibuprofen X, it's now ibuprofen Z, and it will be fine. However, there is huge implication on the entire supply chain if you change the name of a product from basically packaging design till registration. Other companies have master data management with change control for everything, where they basically change control themselves to death without a real benefit for the product, the company, or for quality. So in this course, really, first of all, we need to understand that, okay, it's more sensitive in our industry, as I said, and there are more levels of complexity we need to consider. After we have discussed everything, however, we will provide you some good best practice solutions so you can hopefully implement the right process landscape, the right requirements for handling and managing the life cycle of master data, as well as understanding the more sensitive topics in a GMP environment.